Still a bit groggy, are we? Don't worry. The sedative will wear off soon enough. Easy now. No need to hurry. Get your bearings and report to me upstairs.
The things I do to complete a contract. Well, that explains the smell anyway.
Shaking her fluffy coat, the sheep eyes you.
Hey! Get me out of this cage and I'll make it worth your while. Me free, and I'll set you free. A fair trade, I should think. A gentleman among jesters, you are. Give that lever a pull, and I guarantee...
Before you can even touch the lever, you hit...
Is my shift over? You here to... Wait, you're no magister. You're a sorcerer. What are you doing here? If it's all the same... Come on. And keep your hands where I can see them. Hurry it up, sorcerer. We haven't got all day.
No. No, you most certainly don't. That's what Holmes, a dead magister.
So much
Somebody
for
will
a
have to
piece
take
of
the
straw.
blame for this, and it won't be me.
No key, no problem. And I'm back where I started. Nowhere to go but up.
Why, you're looking a bit more chipper. There you are. Not too tight, I hope. The collar, I mean. Oh, not to worry. In the meantime, your next stop will be Magister William. All past, you'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters.
She frowns and peers at you closely, resting the back...
Delusions such as these are rare, but not unheard of. I recommend a cup of mulled wine and another night's sleep. Just take it easy. Is he? Oh well. Some problems simply sort themselves, don't they? Why, for my peace of mind, of course. Why don't you try casting one of those source spells of yours? See what happens.
Currents of magic surge inside you, boiling, bursting, then...
My, look at the concentration on your... There you have it. See? The collar's function. It neuters you of sorts. For your own peace of mind, of course. Yours and the whole world's. The good ship Merryweather. But you can stand at ease there, Private. You do realize you're not in the...
Index fingers pressed to her lips. She pauses a moment to give you a scrutinizing gander.
My word, you do seem a bit befuddled, don't you? Perhaps I was a bit... Oh, well, I'm sure you'll soon gather your wits. A new life awaits, and if you're a particularly good boy, perhaps a cure as well.
The Magister, a bloodied mass, lies in a heap. Gore and limbs lie at odd angles.
There's been a murder. A sorcerer was killed by one of your own. Lucky you a bit. Waters is investigating. She'll figure out who did it. Always does. Aren't you enterprising? Oh, go ahead. She with the body.
Ugly sight. Burns me up this happened under our protection. We're extremely lucky no Voidwalker followed the source that did this. Finn didn't see it like that. He was desperate for us to help him. We'll find out who did this. Speaking of...
She looks up at you with...
I was on duty in your room when the murder happened. You're one of the only indisputably innocent people on the ship. Unless you can commit murder in your sleep, of course. Finn was killed by Source. If a Magister could do that, it looks more like a passenger managed to slip their collar. And the rest. Listen, I could use someone to bring me a good lead, and I'll throw in a shiny gold coin for you. How about that? Thanks.
Here to register, sir. Good. You faring okay so far? Trust me, with Bishop Alexander, you head on in now.
Bloody dwarves, I'll come back to you.
Take care of yourself now.
Keep those bolts trained on her. And if
The
she...
top door's barred.
Standing at the center of the room, you spot a sorcerer haughtily eyeing a pair.
So you admit it then? You murdered that poor fella?
Yes, I did. But of course that was...
She turns her head and looks you straight.
There are others whose lives must end.
Good God! You there, sorcerer! Go and fetch Magister Siwan. We need to do more than collar this maniac. We need to shackle her, hands and feet.
By all means, do as the officer said.
She reaches for her collar and simply...
I'm just about to creep.
Subdue her, men, quickly! If she casts Source, the Voidwoken will come.
She smiles with wicked satisfaction.
Precisely.
What's happened?
The young woman lies in a heap on the floor. She doesn't.
No, not the final dark. Not yet.
It's no use.
The dice roll darkly. They're rolling.
Thank the gods! What a what?
He eyes the collar circling your neck and reaches out.
Another source?
The Magister's companion doesn't blink, frozen in place at the sight of you.
Like you don't know?
He whispers loudly to the other man.
Don't just cower there, Rix. Take...
Rix grabs him. The marking on the door was you press your palm against it, doesn't budge. The door groans open.
Something's breaking through! What in the hell are those things?
God's I need to lock this ship.
Shut your trap, kid! Children and dwarfs first, just like the old stories say.
The dwarf yanks at one of the nearby ropes to no avail.
You said there were other people down there.
You see those tentacles, kid? It's time for getting the hell out of here.
Thank you. There's a ladder right over there.
You're gonna be the death of us, kid.
The Magister lies on the floor.
If you can walk, get yourself up the ladder. There's a... Wait! Voidwoken!
We make a pretty good team.
Let's not tarry. This old tub is about to burst.
Away! The sea's hungry. We don't have much time.
I hear something. It's Magister
She tries to speak, but can only gape as she clutches her neck, trying to... With jagged movements, she raises her clenched fist and holds out a length of cloth, soaked with some kind of strong-smelling tincture. Blood quickly soaks through the cloth. Magister Siwan's mouth opens and closes, her eyes wide in terror. It's working. The pressure is stemming the flow of blood. Siwan clutches something within the ship, snaps. The floorboards shudder. Siwan struggles to her feet, clinging to you tightly. The ship lets out a deep groan, then...
Gods.
It's ripping the ship apart.
This is it.
Honorable Dallas, we lost a ship sailing sorcerer prisoners to Fort Joy. We assume some escaped and broke their collars. Their vile magic lured the Voidwoken. All who were aboard are presumed dead. Yours faithfully into eternity, High Judge Orivan.